Balde
Balde
de Pipoca.
de Pipoca.
Yes.
Okay. Balde de Pipoca.
Balde de Pipoca.
Oh my gosh. Why is it so hard? Balde.
This is a little hard.
Balde
De
de
Pipoca.
Pipoca.
Yes.
Balde de Pipoca.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm really happy to be talking to you. You guys are really loved in Brazil.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm excited. How's
Me
everything?
too. It's good. I mean, just, living the dream. The sun is shining. It's good.
I have some questions, all right? And at the end, I will teach you how to say some things in Portuguese. Is that okay?
Of course. I mean, I can't promise I'm going to be amazing, but I'll do my best.
I'm sure you will. I would like to know, how has life been during this crazy time in the world? So,
yeah, it's been good. I mean, honestly, I feel like I've been so blessed to have the show to look forward to in this time. And just to, whenever the pandemic originally hit, to know that we were going to go back eventually to finish the season was really nice. And we were just so grateful to still be able to do it and still have the support of the fans and everyone that loved the show the first season to still be on board and wait just a little extra longer for it to come out. But no, I'm super excited for people to see it finally.
yay, we are. We totally are. Have you learned something new during this pandemic time in quarantine?
I don't know if I've learned anything new. I guess I have been I've been reading a lot more. So I guess I've been learning like knowledge from books that I've been reading. But no, I mean I read obviously like in school and stuff, but I never had time to read for pleasure. So I've been really enjoying just like picking up books here and there and just reading. It's been
That's
good.
cool. Do you have any suggestion for your fans?
I just finished this book called I'm literally looking at it on my bookshelf right now. It's The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. And it is so good. It's such an adventure, and it's very fantastical, and it's a beautiful novel.
Well, you sing, you act, you dance. Is there anything you can do?
I guess I can't play sports that well. I did them growing up, but eventually I had to make the call that this isn't for me.
I relate. I totally relate. But, abilities. Yeah, there are other ones we can relate to, right?
Yes.
Yay. You've done a lot of musical theater, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I was reading about. That's so cool. How have them, turned you into the artist you are today?
Oh, yeah. I think, I've been performing in theater professionally since I was like 7. And I think all of the experiences that I've had since then have shaped me into being the artist that I am today. Like, I mean, obviously doing this TV show is a very different medium than theater, but I would say definitely being a theater kid totally shaped how I'm able to play this theater kid on this TV show. And, I'm learning so much just about how the differences between the two, and but it's really cool that was a way in for me to this show.
That's amazing. That's so cool. I have to say I love the show. I have watched it at least 5 times.
Oh my gosh, you're a true fan. Thank you.
And I know the lines, And I would like to know about, how is it like to be part of this project? It's just so beautiful. You guys really put out something magical.
Thank you so much. It's really just like one of the biggest blessings in my life. I feel like I was thinking about it the other day, how I feel like I'm gonna look back on this age and this time in my life, and I feel like High School Musical is such a huge identifier of like what this time is for me, and also like my childhood. Even like I grew up watching the movies, and now to just be a part of this legacy and this franchise that touched so many people and on such a deep level in their heart. I'm just so honored that I get to be a part of it, and I don't know, it really fills me up in like the best way possible. It's such a beautiful project. You're right.
That's right. And you could be sure pay. You could.
I know. Who would have ever thought? Truly, she's an icon.
Yeah, iconic. I mean, you got the iconic part. This is so cool. Did you have any contact with Ashley Tisdale, while you were preparing for that?
I have not, but I did just see an interview with her where she was talking about how she's heard some of the music and really enjoyed it. So I was so excited to see that she's excited about it.
That's so cool. I mean, I would be really happy to. I should touch it. Our life.
Yeah, I want her blessing more than anything.
That's so cool. Well, you guys have a really close, relationship. I would like to know if there is any behind the scenes, any fun story, you can tell us.
Oh yeah. Well, I know we all had a lot of fun, like decorating our dressing rooms this year. So it was always fun to like visit each other's rooms and, see what they put up and how they made it their own. And I feel like everyone just has such distinct like styles and stuff. So that was one of my favorite parts, to like see how people made it their own. But in terms of like stories of like how we all spend time with each other, one of my favorite things that happens is anytime there's a musical instrument around, whether it's a guitar or a piano, or even just a drum to like keep a beat. Like, as nerdy and as gushy and cheesy as it is, we do happen to have some jam out sessions where we're all singing songs or just entertaining each other. And it's really amazing because, the cast is so talented. So it's like on this whole different level of like talent and energy. So it's amazing. I love being surrounded by this cast. They're amazing.
That's so cool. What was the playlist?
Well, sometimes it comes with the show. Sometimes it's like Broadway stuff. We all can sing some Broadway. Sometimes it's A Star Is Born. I know like Matt and Frankie did a rendition of Shallow, I think.
We would like to see that.
Oh yeah, they sounded beautiful.
That's really cool. That's so nice. And well, we are all excited to see more from Seb. Yes. Is there any spoiler? I mean, what can we expect?
Well, I can't tell you too much. But I will say you definitely get to see more of Seb this season, which is so exciting. And I was so excited to do that. And, you got to see him meet the group last year and sort of become a part of this new clan. And also find Carlos and start that relationship. So I think you really get to see their relationship, grow and change this season. And also within the group, I think Seb finds new friendships and is figuring out his place in the greater image. And also in himself. I think he's learning more about himself, as we all are in high school.
Hey, that's so nice. And that actually was my next question. I mean, can we expect more from him and Carlos?
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't? I mean, yeah, Seblos is in full swing this season, I will say.
That's great. Oh, we are excited over here. Well, the fans are too. Yeah, I'm a fan, so we are all excited. Yeah.
Thank you.
And since I mentioned the fans, you guys are huge in Brazil. Do you see the messages? Do you follow like what they talk about?
I actually have been meeting so many people we've been like doing those Zooms with like the hashtag HSMTMTS countdown. I feel like I've been meeting so many Brazil fans and also just from all over the world. But I love hearing from them, and they are always so kind and so supportive. So thank you to them. And I'm just so excited that you're excited about the show as much as we are. And can't wait for you to see more.
Yeah. I mean, I hope you can come here one day.
I know. I would love to. I would love to.
Yeah. I don't know if you have ever heard about that, but Brazilian fans, are other level. They really.
I have heard. We even heard that like before the show even came out. People said, "Oh, the Brazil fans, they love High School Musical."
So much. So I really hope to see you guys here one day.
Yes, I hope.
Right, like about all the fans. How is it like to be loved by so many people from so different places?
It's really like wild to me. I feel like I'm still trying to like wrap my head around it all. But it's really nice. I mean, whenever people are kind, it's very sweet, and you feel the love and support from those fans. So it's really nice, and I feel like it just makes us all the more excited to do this show and, keep doing our best work.
Oh, totally. And do you know anything about Brazil?
What'd you say?
Do you know anything about Brazil? Besides the fan, love.
I don't know if I do. I mean, no, I don't think I do.
No problems. Well, I'm here, okay, to tell you more about Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I'm teaching you some words. Is this all right?
All right.
Okay. The first one, okay, it's really easy. It's actually a sentence, okay? And I'll first say in Portuguese, and after, you can tell me if you understand it in English, all right? Okay, so it's tamo junto.
Tamo junto?
Yes. Let's try it again. It's tamo
Tamo
junto.
junto.
Tamo junto.
Tamo junto.
Awesome. That was actually great.
Thank you.
Any idea on meaning?
I don't know. I want to say like, I love you.
No, really far. No.
Really far off. Okay.
But
Cool.
It's actually one of the High School Musical's most famous phrases. Yeah. It's we're all in this together.
It's we're all in this together. It's so short. How does that equal that?
Yeah.
Okay.
How we say it with our friends, like, oh, tamo junto. Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm gonna say it instead. Tamo junto.
Tamo junto. Yeah. Whenever like your friend needs your help or oh, tamo junto. Yeah.
Sweet. I like it.
The other one is actually easy. I think you will know. Okay. But it's uma vez wildcat, sempre wildcat.
Okay. Uma vez.
Yeah.
That means wildcat.
Actually, no. Uma vez means once.
Oh,
You got
once
it?
a wildcat, always a wildcat. Uma
Yeah.
vez.
Let's try again. Uma vez
Uma vez.
wildcat,
Wildcat.
sempre wildcat.
Sempre wildcat.
Yay, that's awesome. That's
Look at
awesome.
me speaking the language.
You are ready to come to Brazil now. And you said, I love you. I love you. And Portuguese is eu te amo.
Eu te amo. Eu te amo.
Yes, eu te amo.
Eu te amo.
Yay, that's so cute. Yes. That's so good. I mean, you are really ready to come to Brazil now.
Thank you.
Thank you. I hope you have the most fantastic day, okay? A really nice week. Thank you so much. You are really nice.
This was you're so sweet. Thank you so much for
You are. Thank you. And I hope to see you here one day, all right? We'll be waiting.
Yes, I can't wait. All right, bye.